In 1908, fighting in Australia, Jack Johnson defeated Tommy Burns in a boxing match and won the heavyweight championship of the world. Many people were very upset about this, not just because Johnson won, but because Burns had given him the chance by fighting him. They did not believe that a black man should be allowed to compete for the title, much less win it. But he had done it. Johnson, ambitious, almost greedy for wider recognition, taunted Burns into fighting him, and having defeated him, trumpeted his victory, gleefully tormenting the entire race that had formerly subjugated him. When black people heard about this, they celebrated, and the authorities, the white authorities, said this is no celebration, it's a riot, and they put a stop to it. And they initiated a search for a white man who could beat Johnson, who came to be known as the Great White Hope. Johnson was a formidable fighter, and they were not successful. They had hope, but no fighter. Eventually, another match was set. The former undefeated heavyweight champion Jim Jeffries came out of retirement to beat the upstart Johnson and set things to right. It was to be a great occasion. They fought on July 4th, 1910, and Johnson won again, defeating not only Jeffries, but also the mindset of racial superiority. Once more black people celebrated and were soundly punished for doing so. And once again, Johnson flaunted his victory. Worse, he consorted with white women and married 3 of them. He was a living, breathing, raging racial nightmare. In 1912, with Johnson still the reigning champ, Tarzan of the Apes, written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, was published. I'm not indicating a direct cause and effect between Johnson's infuriating presence and the book, but the two are linked in time and culture, and the man, or Lord Greystoke as he was known, showed the world what a white man could do, protecting his chosen mate not only from any other human competitors, but also the wild animal kingdom. Burroughs wrote many sequels to his tale, and Hollywood cranked out a long series of movies, each featuring the hero with the blood-curdling cry, providing an odd but powerful reassurance to the white audience. In 1964, Cassius Clay defeated Sonny Liston and became heavyweight champion of the world. Like Johnson, Clay was not shy about his accomplishment. They called him the Louisville Lip. I am the greatest, he famously cried, and he became a Muslim and changed his name to Muhammad Ali, fought Liston again, defeated former champion Floyd Patterson, refused induction into the army, saying that no Viet Cong had ever called him a nigger, lost to Joe Frazier in a celebrated bout, defeated Frazier in 2 other fights, defeated George Foreman in Zaire, lost to Ken Norton, lost to Leon Spinks, defeated both of them in rematches, and for a number of years reigned on the boxing canvas and the world canvas as a figure larger than life. All of the boxers mentioned, including Ali, were black. Ali did fight some white men. Jerry Quarry, Henry Cooper, and Chuck Wepner come to mind. Wepner, known as the Bayonne Bleeder, lasted almost 15 rounds, losing on a TKO shortly before the final bell. He claimed that his performance as a human punching bag inspired Sylvester Stallone to write the screenplay for the movie Rocky, which came out in 1976, the year of Muhammad Ali's last victorious knockout. Stallone denied the connection, but the two settled the matter in a legal dispute. Whatever its origin, not declaring a direct connection of cause and effect, Rocky was a remarkable achievement. An unadulterated festival of schmaltz, it was shot in less than a month on a budget of about $1 million, made hundreds of millions in profits, won several Oscars, and even some grudging critical praise. And it also found a way, if only in the imagination, for a white man to hold his own in the ring with a black opponent. At the end of the movie and the fight, an exhausted Apollo Creed says, "Ain't gonna be no rematch," to which a badly battered Rocky replies, "I don't want one." Of course there was one, and then another, and another, and another. Rockies multiplying like Tarzans before him. If not for Tarzan and Rocky, you wonder what white man would have done, how they would have maintained their self-respect in the face of reality. Thank goodness for make-believe, generated by the power of the Great White Hope.